Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you. Wow, it's been a while, hasn't it? I think I've been on a couple of times this year already. Oh no. Welcome to my closet for an intimate talk. Begin within intimate talks with me, Wingish Nibe Majeki Kwe. That's your friendly, freaky ass, sweet Water medicine woman. Also, Christiana Carr, Chris Carr, superstar. All in this beautiful divine being right here. And welcome, all you beautiful divine beings. Right here, too. That's right. Stop trying to get there because you're always going to be here. Right? As soon as you get there, you say, I'm here. So we're never really there. So let's stop trying to get there and just be here. Glad you're here now with me. How goes it? How goes it? It's been a while. I got some things coming up, some things that have come up, some things that you need to keep on top of, and then so many things my brain can't keep focused on it all. Try to find that balance, that we all need. And look at the craziness going on in this world. Things repeating. It's time for us to be stopping cycles. Why do we keep repeating things that's happened before and think that it's going to be different now? We have enough cases of, okay, we done this and then this keeps happening, right? What's that definition of insanity? Doing the same experiment over and over and expecting different results. So is this what we're doing? Now let's look at it in our own lives, because that's all we can do is begin within. That's how we change the world. That's how we change systems. That's how we change everything. It begins within. Because as the humans, we're the ones that get stuck in not wanting to change. Everything else in the world goes along. Changes, has its changes. It's beautiful, right? The endings, the new beginnings is beautiful. But as humans, we want to hang on to stuff. The leaves don't hang on. The trees don't hang on to the leaves, right? The mother birds kick the babies out the nests. But we want to hang on. And what are we hanging on to? Sometimes it's ideals. A lot of times it's those fears, right? And where do those fears come from? Some they could say is irrational because we've made it up with our thoughts. Some fears aren't really irrational because this is something that has happened to you before. Say relationship fears, right? When we are hurt by relationships, it's not an irrational fear to be afraid of those racially. I mean, then we can go a little bit far with those, really. They can become irrational fears, but it is natural when you've been hurt to be somewhat guarded of being hurt again, right? It's a human thing. Deciding between this is a good feeling or this is a bad feeling or whatever that is, instead, let's just feel this. Instead of labeling something good or bad, just feel it. It is what it is, right? Let's look at our own humanness. We can point it out in everybody else, because isn't it so easy to see it in somebody else? But, right, if we're looking at it, it's part of us too, because we're all connected. We're all human beings. We're more connected than we are separate. And if we all start seeing that, so that's what I've seen a lot so far in this world. People on their high horses, or whatever you want to call it. And we all get there, me too, myself included. I try not to hang on to my opinion, right? Try not to get too attached to my opinion. I'm more attached to my... Anyways. But we see this, and then people doing the same thing. This thing, it come to my mind the other day. Let's check your privilege. A lot of people calling out people to check their privilege are the ones that have the privilege. How about we check our sense of entitlement? Because a privilege is something we've worked for and earned, isn't it? Right? You have a driver's license, that's a privilege, but you need to take tests and you need to do things to pass that. So privilege isn't something that's just handed to you. I think it's that entitlement, that sense of entitlement we need to keep checking ourselves. What are we feeling entitled to? Right? No matter if it's something that, what are we feeling entitled to? Oh, I've been hurt, so now I'm entitled to have this made up to me. right? Oh, I've been a victim, so I'm entitled to people treating me differently or whatever. Or, I'm high on myself, so I don't want to. I don't know. It's checking our side. What do you feel entitled to? What do you feel that you are entitled to? The air we breathe. We're entitled to walk this earth as a human being. We are entitled to be human because, well, we're born in the human body. I don't know, look at that. That's something that's been playing in my head because that's been bothering me. People saying, check your privilege, check your privilege. And a lot of people I'm seeing check their privilege has lots of privileges. But again, privilege is earned, isn't it? It's not just given. We get that sense of entitlement. And then we keep fighting and we keep separating ourselves. How do you continue to separate yourself from the rest of the world? It's an us and them, right? And we're the good ones. They're the bad ones. Oh, my cousin Sherry Ann is calling me. But my phone's way in the other room, still charging. So I'll call her back. I love her very much. Can't wait till she comes. I miss my family so much. I love them all. And I know there's been posts out there and people taking it and twisting it their own ways. But anybody wants to really know how I feel, come and see me, right? Quit listening to the ass that told you and come talk to the horse's mouth. I love that one. Love it because I love all my family. And there is a couple there that have hurt me very deeply and have done things that have literally cost me things in my life. And it wouldn't have cost them nothing to just keep their noses out of it. There's some people, they love drama or whatever it is. I don't know. I can't speak for other people, but I know I'm dealing with the results of what they did for whatever reasons they chose to do that. To lie and I was always worried about getting a swelled head because I've had so many people tell me, "Oh, everybody should be more like you," and this and that. I'm like, no, I'm just me. Everybody should be more like themselves. I get kind of backed off when I'm getting compliments and stuff like that because I don't want my head to swell, and because others have treated me like I think I'm better than anybody. I don't think that I'm better than anybody, but I belong here just as much as everybody, and everybody belongs here, walking this earth just as much as anybody. How do you know you belong here? Is your heart beating? Are you breathing? You belong here. You deserve to be here. You're entitled to be here. This is what we're entitled to. We're entitled to live our lives. We're not entitled to hurt others, take it out on others. If there's something that we're not happy with in our lives, we can change that, right? And that's a beautiful saying that goes out there. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you, right? Right? We can't change those individuals to mold them, shape them, but we can change those individuals that are around us, right? Okay, these people, I can't change them, but okay, I can change over and hang around these people's, whatever that is. I don't know. It takes us a while to find our crowds and stuff. Right? Is love a privilege? Is it entitlement? No, it's what we are. It's what we have already. And we are all loved, divinely loved. An intricate part, not a part. Not apart from, we're always. That divine connection. So entwined. And we can get entangled and enmeshed and all that kind of stuff. We need to check that in ourselves. So look at ourselves. How do you define privilege? How do you define entitlement? How do you define love? What's it mean to be human to you? There's all this, and we're spiritual beings having the human experience. See, we came to have this human experience, and yet we spend most of our lifetimes trying to escape. this human experience, what we came here for. Because when we get back to that light, I don't know until we get there, but this is what I choose to believe. Or I like the way that sounds, whatever. When we get back to that light, that's all there is. When I say this earth is like the teacher, we come here because we wouldn't know physical sensations, the bodies, the senses, those beautiful emotions, that energy in motion, the way we can discover ourselves. Look at us as we're little babies and explore, and we discover, oh, what's that thing? And then we realize, oh, we have control and we can reach out and grab stuff with that. Whoa, look at these tools we come with. This is amazing. We could catch our food, make our food, eat our food. What's that? Wash ourselves. Show love to another. Look at the tools that we all come with that can help us with anything that we need. Help us to help others too, right? Help ourselves and help others. Love ourselves, love others. Love God, love ourselves, love others, right? Love God, love others, love ourselves. However you want to do that. Great One-ness Divine, the Creator, well, however you think of it. There's too much science is showing too, whether atheists believe in God or whatever, there is this spooky action. I think it was it Einstein that said that one? Or the other one? Spooky action at a distance. I know Greg Braden talks about that, the divine matrix. So science and spirituality is coming together. It's showing how we're connected. That even if you're atheist and don't believe in God, there is this higher power. There is this divine order in the what seems chaotic in our world. So look it up for yourself, right? Because we got our own minds. Let's use these divine things up here. These are the tools, right? We've got inner guidance systems and stuff too. Truth detectors in our bodies. What are those? I get tingles down my back. That's how I know when something's like, woo! And then, of course, the goosebumps come up. Then I know I'm hearing a truth. For lying, I guess that my nose feels like it's growing. I found that when I'm lying to myself. So it's not necessarily when somebody's lying to me. But I found that one of my classes when I was lying to myself, it literally felt like my nose was growing. So, what do you? How do you know when you're being honest with yourself? We can only be as honest with others as we are with ourselves. Everything begins within. Everything starts with that heart, that brain, that gut, right? That's how we develop in that womb too. I don't know. It's just a little bit that come out of me that's been going on in my head. Well, I wrote a note 2 on that, but it was a note 3. I wrote this, I think this was yesterday, the 5th. 5th to 6th, between day before and yesterday. Should we, could we, would be good if we grow with the flow, journey into the unknown, parts of our hearts following that spark that lights up the dark space inside, that lonely place we used to hide from all the things we fear that make us cry. Time to take the leap, say goodbye, time to fly. Should we, could we, would be good if we grow with the flow, embrace the unknown, ignite our spark, light up the dark with all the love in our hearts. I'll leave it at that for today. Love yas, and I hope you're all doing just fine. I mean, there's lots going on in the world, and what we can do in our own little parts too is prayers. Prayers are so powerful. Look at science has been backing that up too and proving how powerful those prayers can be. Come from that genuine heart, right? That fear can help propel us too if we get ahead of it. Remember, there's the fear that says don't jump off the CN Tower or whatever, right? So there's fears that we do want to listen to. So fear is not necessarily a bad thing. But let's look at that. And sometimes the best things for us to do is some of the things that we fear the most. It's not going to get hurt or whatever, but we're afraid of shame, humiliation, and whatever. Where does that come from? Everything originated somewhere. Let's look at it in us. Let's return to our origin or whatever that is, right? That love inside of us. Return there. And then you'll never be without love. You're never alone. You're always home. And there's always something we can do, even if it's just adding our prayers in. But that's something when we're feeling helpless, when we're feeling devastated or whatever's going on in our lives, in the world, that is something we can always do. We can turn inside. We can connect with divine. We can add our prayers and our love in there. How do you add it? Do you add it more in the anger, in the fear? Or are you feeling that, acknowledging, and adding more to that love? Let's focus more on that love, right? Let's not keep armoring up. It's time to put all those weapons down. Let's put those weapons down. Let's not make more. Because if we make more, we want to have war, right? Well, what do we make all these weapons for? We need to use them. We need to start. Right? Let's look at these cycles. Start breaking these cycles. And it all begins within each one of us. So, love you. Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes, thank you for being you and shining your light through everything that you do. Because this world needs you now more than ever to be fully holy you. Love you. Thank you. Wonderful, blessed day, night, evening, whatever it is. And I see you next time. Thank you for being here on this intimate closet talk with me. Love you all.